Hey everybody, welcome to Learned Tech Tutorials that empower you. My name is Seppi and I am the head instructor here at Learned, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a list in Twitter and what you can do with that list. So let's jump off our website here, and if you haven't heard, we just launched our website. It's still under construction and we're just building up our YouTube channel at the moment, but please check out the website and bookmark it and come back and visit in the future just to see how things progress. I promise you we're going to get updating it ASAP and we're going to create way more videos for you moving forward. So let's jump over to our Twitter tab. This is my Twitter account, so if you want you can follow me at Sepbaz. And what I'm going to show you today is how to create a list and then to add Twitter followers to that list. And then you can go and check that list out and view just a cluster of followers that you wanted, that you added to that list, and view their tweets instead of viewing your entire home feed. So if I go over to my home feed here, by clicking up here, I see my whole home screen, all my feed with all my friends and Donald Trump and all that kind of stuff. So along this sidebar here, there's a lists section. So if you click on the lists, you can create a bunch of different lists. So I have a few here that I've made already, and I'm going to create a new one. And I'm going to create it for, let's say, architecture. I like architecture, and I want to be able to look at tweets all about architecture in one place. So what I'm going to do after clicking the lists button here on the left is click this little plus button. So this is going to let me add a list. So I'll click that, and it's going to bring up this create new list. So I'm going to type in a name. I'm going to call it cool architecture. And I'm going to not spell it correctly, and then I'm going to fix it, and that's fine. Accounts that showcase awesome architecture. Wow, this is a tough word to spell, and I'm a good speller. I promise, I swear. So you also have this option to make the list private. And if you do this, it's a private list that nobody can see but you. If you don't check this box, your list is public and people can visit your profile, look at your lists, and then actually even follow one of your lists. So I'm going to keep it public because in case there's other architecture aficionados out there that want to follow cool architecture profiles and accounts on Twitter, they can come to my profile and follow this list. Now you also have an option to add an image. I haven't created an image, but what you can do, here's a little hot tip, is let's go in a new tab and go to unsplash.com. Unsplash is this awesome website with tons and tons of great photos that are totally royalty free, and you can give the creator a shout out if you want, but you don't have to. So let's look up just to the term architecture modern. Let's look that up. And so here's a bunch of cool pictures, and let's find one that we like. Let's look at here. This one looks kind of cool. I don't know, maybe let's keep looking. Here, I like this one. This one's kind of neat. So we're just going to hit download, and that's going to download this to my computer. And you can see here it says say thanks, so you can give him a shout out. So we can even copy this to our clipboard, come back to Twitter, and we can even in our description here say list photo by, and it's going to paste all the HTML code, so we're just going to clear that up. Why don't we do this? Let's just go find his name instead. So I'll just jump back here, and his name is Joel Felipe. So I'm going to copy that and come here and paste that. There we go. And now let's upload the photo. So we're going to click on this image. Excuse me. Here's my download, and that'll drop that in here, and then I can pick what area of it I want to show. So let's just show a nice part right in the middle here. If I wanted, I could also zoom it in, so it just shows a zoomed in portion, but I like having the sky in there too, just so you can see it's a building. And I'm getting really technical here with all this kind of stuff just because I love talking about this, but essentially all we're doing is setting a photo and then setting a thumbnail version of the photo, so we hit apply twice. And now we're done. We've got our photo here, we've got the name of our list, we've got the description of our list, and we're even giving a shout out to the creator of this photo, and our list is going to be public. We go next, and now we can add to our list. So right from here, we can search, and it gives us suggested people, okay? So I guess it knows that it was an architectural list, So here we've got like architecture. Here it says architecture is cool, architecture design. So it's picking up people's profiles that are all about architecture. So if we go amazing architecture, we can add them, one click to the list. Let's see, architecture, let's add that one. Cool new projects, let's add that one, and let's add that one, and let's hit done. And so here we go, we're now on our list, and here's the URL for the list, so we can always copy this and send it to a friend, or even tweet it or post it on Facebook. And you'll see if I open this URL in another browser tab, it's gonna bring me back to this list, okay? So there's 4 members, those 4 accounts that I added, and nobody's following this list yet, okay? And here are all the tweets from those 4 people, okay? So if I scroll down, now I can just look at architecture, all right? So this is a very tailored, very focused list of things that I can look at. Now, whether you're running a business or you're just a personal Twitter account, this can be handy for numerous reasons. Maybe you want to showcase different types of businesses from your business, or maybe you just want to follow cool accounts because you're really into architecture and you're really into film and you're really into video games and you're really into food. And so you can make a list for each of those categories. Or you can make a list of your favorite celebrities, and then you can have a celebrities account. If your business is writing blog content, maybe you want to follow certain accounts with a list that you can go at a glance and look at and get some news and updates that you can blog about. So really, whatever you want to do with it, it's up to you, but it's a really nifty little tool to kind of tailor and narrow down your really hectic, busy Twitter account into a very focused category. Now, one more thing I'm going to show you, actually 2 more things. I'm going to go home, okay, and I'm going to search Twitter here, and I'm going to search for architecture again. Now, I want to show you another way that you can add people to your list. So when I'm scrolling and I'm looking through architecture, let's say I like, this account, for example, okay, and I want to add this account, Rachel Robbins, to my architecture list. So the way that I do that, like let's say you're just scrolling and you find an account that you want to add to your list, you can do that right from here. You don't need to go back to your list to add it. So right from here, you scroll over these 3 dots, click on them, and then from here you have a whole bunch of options, okay? So one of the options is add/remove from list. So let's click that one, and it's going to bring up our list, all of my lists. So it gives us all these 3 lists that I've created. Cool architectures here. I'm going to click on it and go save. And now Rachel Robbins has been added to that list. So now if I jump back to my lists and I go to cool architecture, here's Rachel Robbins showing up in that feed now, okay? So that's how easy it is to add people to your lists and keep growing these lists so they're super awesome and full of great accounts. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you was following a list. So I am also the director of marketing at a company called Realty Ninja. And so I have 2 accounts set up here on my Twitter. So when I scroll down here onto my profile and I click this, it gives me the option to also log into the Realty Ninja account. So when I click that, it's going to switch my accounts over to Realty Ninja. And what I'm going to do is search for my Setbaz, my personal account here. And there I am. So now I'm going to jump to that profile. And I am going to click here, okay, on these 3 dots on my profile, and I'm going to go view lists. And so here is that cool architecture list that I just made from my actual account, but now I'm on the Realty Ninja account, and when I click on this, I can now follow this list, okay? So when I click follow, now this list has 1 follower, and that's me, that's Realty Ninja. So now that I'm following this list, I can actually jump over to my own lists, so Realty Ninja's lists here on the left, and here it is, cool architecture, right there, the 3rd one down. So now it's been added to my lists as well, okay? So it's owned by Seppi Bazazi. These other ones are owned by Realty Ninja, but this one that I follow by Seppi Bazazi is here, and if I want, I can pin it, and it adds it up here to the top as well, okay? So just a quick little rundown of lists, how they work, how they're beneficial, and how you can use them to kind of create these awesome targeted groupings of tweets and accounts, okay? I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so that you get notifications every time we upload a new video. Your support means a great deal, and we're just getting started, and there's going to be tons and tons of great new videos to come. So I hope you'll join us for all of those. And if you want to get notified every time there's a new video or an update from us, and you don't want to subscribe on YouTube, you can just come to our website and subscribe to the mailing list instead, and you'll get email notifications every time a new video is announced or a new tip is announced. Please also follow us on Instagram, and you can follow me on Twitter for lots more to come from Learned. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. Take care.